You've probably seen pictures of Machu Picchu. High up in the Andes, sitting on a mountain ridge, it's a place that just feels impossible. But it's so much more than a beautiful ruin. It's an engineering masterpiece that seems to defy all logic. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and figure out just how they built this incredible city in the clouds.
I mean, really think about that for a second. How do you build a city that's meant to last forever in a place that seems totally hostile to human life? That's the puzzle we're going to piece together.
And the challenge they faced was, well, staggering. First off, they built on a razor-thin mountain ridge. Oh, and that ridge, it's in a major earthquake zone. And get this, they did it all with no iron tools, no wheels to move the massive stones, and not a single blueprint or written plan. Honestly, by any modern standard, Machu Picchu should have been impossible.
Okay, so let's start with the location itself. To really get what the Inca accomplished, you have to understand the environment they didn't just build in, they completely mastered it.
So let's set the scene. We're in the heart of the Inca Empire, around the year 1450. The emperor, a guy named Pachacuti, decides he wants a royal estate built way up in the Andes Mountains. This was the absolute peak of Inca power, and Machu Picchu was meant to be its crown jewel.
And when we say high up, we really mean it. We're talking nearly 2.5 kilometers straight up into the sky. Every single granite block, every tool, every person had to get up there. Can you even imagine the sheer effort it took just to get the supplies to the job site?
But hauling all those stones up the mountain was one thing. What they actually did with them, well, that brings us to our first huge mystery: how they achieved such unbelievable precision without any of our modern tools.
This is the question everybody asks when they see these walls. You've got these huge, multi-ton stones, and they are fitted together so perfectly you literally can't slip a credit card between them. No mortar, no glue. So, how in the world did they pull that off?
Well, the secret sauce is a technique called dry stone masonry. It means exactly what it sounds like. No cement, no mortar, nothing. The entire wall holds itself up because every single stone is a perfect interlocking piece of a puzzle, held in place by gravity. Since they didn't have strong metal tools, they had to perfect this method. They basically turned a limitation into their greatest architectural strength.
So think about it like this. A normal brick wall is stiff, right? It's held together by mortar. But an Inca wall is completely different. Because each stone is a unique custom-fit piece, the whole structure has a bit of flex. And that flexibility is the key to its unbelievable staying power.
And that flexibility, it wasn't just some cool design feature. It was the core of their most brilliant idea: building a city that could literally dance with earthquakes.
Okay, so when an earthquake hits, and they hit there all the time, something amazing happens. Instead of shattering, the stones in the walls start to vibrate, almost like they're dancing. They jiggle around in place, moving with the tremor. And then once the shaking stops, gravity just pulls them right back into their perfect original spots. It's genius.
I just love that phrase, the stones dance. It's such a simple but profound concept. They didn't try to fight the earthquake head-on. They designed walls that could absorb the energy and just go with the flow. This wasn't about conquering nature. It was about being in total harmony with it.
And that idea of harmony didn't stop with earthquakes. Their next huge challenge was figuring out what to do with all the water on a super steep, rainy mountainside.
Now, you've seen the famous terraces, right? Well, they are so much more than just pretty mountain gardens. They're a brilliant, multi-purpose engineering system. Underneath that topsoil, there are layers of sand and gravel that act like a giant filter. So when heavy rains come, the water drains away without washing away the soil. This did 3 things at once. It stopped landslides, it created farmland out of thin air, and it protected the whole city from washing down the mountain.
So, you have a city with stones that dance and terraces that tame the rain. A system this complex raises what might be the biggest question of all. How did they organize any of this?
I mean, seriously, think about that. Building something this complex today would take thousands of pages of blueprints and an army of project managers. The Inca had 0 of that. No written language, no plans. So how'd they coordinate this incredible symphony of stone and water? The answer is just so elegant. The blueprints weren't on paper, they were in the people. The knowledge was a living tradition passed down directly from a master builder to their apprentice and perfected over generations. It was a kind of shared cultural wisdom etched into memory, not onto a page.
So when you put all these pieces together, the dancing stones, the brilliant terraces, the living blueprints, one powerful idea just shines through.
This is the ultimate lesson of Machu Picchu. It's a whole different way of thinking about engineering. The goal wasn't to bend the environment to their will. It was to become a seamless part of it. They listened to the mountain, they watched the seasons, and they built a city that belonged.
And that leaves us with one last thought. In our modern world, with all of our environmental challenges, what can this ancient, impossible city teach us? Maybe the future of building isn't about conquering nature after all. Maybe it's about learning, once again, how to dance with it.